Let me tell you a story. It's a story that might feel, well, a little uncomfortably familiar. It's about a young man named Arjun, but really, it could be about any one of us who's ever felt stuck, adrift, caught in a quiet loop that we just can't seem to break. But before we really get into his world, I want to ask you something. Have you ever felt that weird sinking feeling where you watch the days just blur into weeks and the weeks turn into months, and you kind of snap out of it and wonder, where did all that time just go?
Well, for Arjun, that feeling isn't just some passing thought. It's his everyday reality. So let's take a look at what's become his daily loop. The day doesn't start with the sun. Nope. It starts here, 10:13 a.m. You know that battle with the snooze button? Yeah, it's a battle he's already lost, multiple times. The day has barely even started, and he's already playing catch-up. He opens his eyes, and it's not to some bright new day full of possibilities. It's to this, the same four walls that have become his safe space and at the same time, his cage. The same unmade bed. It's like yesterday's inertia just decided to spill right over into today. And if you look around, the little details tell a whole story, don't they? This isn't just a mess. It's physical proof of a life on pause. Piles of unopened mail, just shouting about responsibilities he's avoiding. A half-empty, stale glass of water, clothes on the floor. Everything is just an anchor holding him right where he is. And before his feet even think about touching the floor, before he makes a single conscious choice about his day, his hand just moves. It's like a reflex. The first thing he reaches for is his phone. And he's not really connecting with anyone. He's just consuming an endless feed of everyone else's highlight reels, their filtered happiness, lives that are not his. And with every single swipe, you can just feel that gap getting wider and wider between the perfect world on his screen and the gray reality of his room. But here's the thing. It wasn't always like this, not even close. The silence in his room now, it's haunted by the echoes of a completely different time, by the ghost of the person he remembers being.
I mean, just look at the difference here. Then was full of life, of motion. You had laughter with friends, that buzz you get from a new project, even just the simple discipline of an early morning run. And now, it's like all the color has been drained out of his world. Silence instead of laughter, scrolling instead of creating, and that excitement of what's next has been replaced by this heavy, crushing weight of doing nothing.
So it's the question that just hangs there in the quiet of his room. It's not spoken out loud, but it's deafening. It's what's running through his head in these moments. Where did that person go?
He feels like nothing is happening. But that's the trick, isn't it? Something is being taken from him every single second. There's an unseen thief in the room with him, and its name is wasted time.
And here's the proof, laid out for us to see. The pattern is like a haunting little song. Scrolled, watched, waited. The days just bleed into each other. You can't tell them apart. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they're all just names for the exact same empty day. And the end result? Always the same. Nothing changed.
4. That's how many weeks have vanished. Just like that. A whole month of his life. Not lived, but just erased. Gone. Swallowed up by this comfortable, suffocating routine. A total blur of nothing.
Eventually, that feeling of numbness starts to do something else. It begins to curdle. It turns into this low, simmering frustration. A quiet, but really intense anger that's not pointed at the world. It's pointed right back at himself. He knows, deep down, he's the one who built this prison.
But all that simmering anger, it needs a catalyst, a moment where the illusion just completely shatters. And for Arjun, that moment comes late one night. It's a crack in the mirror.
So it's late. He's exhausted. But it's not the good kind of tired you get from a hard day's work. It's that deep, soul-crushing exhaustion that comes from doing nothing at all. He catches his reflection in the mirror, and for the first time in what feels like forever, he doesn't look away. He just stares, forcing himself to really see the person looking back at him.
And in that silence, a thought just crystallizes. It's not a shout. It's barely even a whisper. A desperate, quiet promise to himself. If I don't change now, I never will. That's it. That's the breaking point. The moment he realizes that tomorrow isn't a guarantee. It's a choice you have to make right now.
A decision without action is, well, it's just a wish, right? But this time, something's different. That whisper in the mirror actually becomes the very first step out of the dark.
The next morning, just look at the time.
7 a.m. No snoozing. The alarm goes off, and for the first time in months, he actually answers it. This one single act is a full-on rebellion against that loop he's been trapped in.
And there's no grand 10-point plan here. It's not about changing his entire life in one day. It's just one small, real action. He reaches for the running shoes that have been sitting in the corner, just gathering dust. And that simple movement, that's everything. It's a vote for the person he used to be and a promise to the person he's going to become.
Which leaves us with this final, really powerful idea. Arjun's story, it's not just about procrastination or being lazy. It's a warning. It's a warning that the one thing we all crave, comfort, that warm, safe blanket of routine, the ease of avoiding a challenge, that very thing can slowly and silently become the bars of the most dangerous prison you could ever find yourself in.